You're listening to Profit Without Worry, episode number 129. There's a bad mood rising, and it's all about unethical marketing preying on our current fears. Let's talk today about why ethical marketing matters now more than ever for your business. Hey there, I'm Michelle Evans, and this is the show where coaches, experts, and business owners like us get real about what it takes to create a profitable online business. I can tell you from experience that nonstop hustle plus random acts of marketing do not equal success. So how do we attract a steady flow of clients and sales without all the hustle? This is the Profit Without Worry podcast. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in today. So, have you downloaded your free guide to Profit Without Worry? It's really easy to do. Just go to profitwithoutworry.com/free and you can download the guide to get on your path to profit without worry. And again, I say this almost every episode, I would love to connect with you. It's super easy. You can email me, michelle@michelleLevans.com, or hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Tag me and use the hashtag Profit Without Worry so that I see your message. Ask a question, leave a comment, or just say hi. I love to put a face with your name and know who's tuning in each and every week. All right, let's dive into today's show. 2020 has been a really weird and bizarre year so far for me. I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a weird one. And depending on where you live, you're either still in quarantine lockdown or things are starting to open up, but there's a lot of people who are still nervous and kind of like not sure what's going on, right? I had a friend post a meme about going to the grocery store and acting like it's a haunted house, like peering around each and every corner and just worried that somebody's going to get too close to her. And for this friend specifically, she was dealing with it with humor, but she survived stage 3 cancer in the last 18 months. And so for her, it really is like, taking her life into her hands. And honestly, I could relate to some of it because right now people are spooked. They're spooked about the business environment. They're unsure about the economic recovery. They're worried about their health and safety. And honestly, just trying to get toilet paper and flour for, baking brownies or something has become a real chore. And when everything is up in the air like this, people's emotions start running really high. Fear is high, uncertainty is high, and everything feels very high stakes. And that's precisely when some pretty unethical business owners are gonna swoop in. It's what they're counting on. They want you to be fearful. They want you to be uncertain and stressed out and worried, because that makes you a perfect target for their marketing scams. And if you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, you know that I've fallen for those marketing scams in the past. So let me give you an example of what I mean. Lately on Twitter, there are a few people tweeting a version that goes something like this. Hey, business owners, real talk here. If you don't come out of this quarantine with a new side hustle or a new offer or a bigger business, time was never your problem. You are the problem. Basically implying that we're lazy or whatever. And then it leads to some paid product that shows you how to quickly pivot and get a new business or a new offer out there right now to make money while money making's good. All right, aside from the incredible privilege that tweet and opinion represents, it also plays into people's fears. Their fears about not being good enough, about missing out on an opportunity, their fear that they're not doing enough or working hard enough, and then it preys on that fear to get them to buy something they don't even need. And every time I see something like this, I get angry. And this is just one example that I saw on my Twitter feed this week. But, I could give you probably 200 examples that I've seen in the last month. And I just get so angry about it. Not because of the specific person trying to make money, but in the intention and the attitude behind how it's done. Because I can see right through this scam. I've seen it. I've seen hundreds of flavors of this, hundreds of times. this type of fear-based offer over the past 8 years that I've been in business, and I've fallen for them myself, which is probably why it makes me mad when I see them now. And I'll never forget, one of the biggest scams I fell for was this really oversold mastermind experience that I went through in 2015 and 2016. And I'll never forget the last mastermind retreat that I went to in 2015. It was an extra sales training that our leader, our coach, our mentor, the person who I was paying a ton of money to, upsold us to those of us who weren't selling enough in our business. And enough for her was like $50,000 of sales a month. So I showed up to this training ready to learn about selling, but instead I got to see the ugly underbelly of my coach at that time, her successful business. And it was all about making promises she had no intention of keeping. It was all about preying on people's insecurities and their fears and their hopes and their dreams. And I remember sitting in my chair in a room with about 27 other people and thinking, oh my God, there's no way I'm doing this. There's no way. Yet I would look around the room and all these other people were smiling and nodding their head and taking notes, like they were hearing the secret to life about how to really really prey on people's fears and their hopes. And soon after that moment where I just had this, what am I doing here? Who are these people? This is not how I run a business. Soon after that moment, we were split up into groups to go make sales calls. And it was like 4 or 5 of us with a sales mentor, sales coach with us. And in my group were 3 other business owners that I knew, and you know, I had known them for a while, and I thought highly of many of them just as people and business owners. And as we started making sales calls, I started hearing things that I just couldn't believe. I heard one business owner claiming an income level I knew that she was nowhere near, and telling the person on the phone that she only works with a handful of clients to get them these, to help them understand these secrets and really get them into their life and their business, which was why her offer was $25,000. The coach cheered her on. The others in my group cheered her on. And I sat there like with my mouth hanging open, just in shock, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're going to lie like this. Because I knew the truth. Our coach told her that the night before that she needed a high-end offer that was at least $25,000 so that she could come up with this, you know, she should work on it overnight, and then she was selling it like it was her secret sauce, like this is what made her business. Because the coach was like, look, you can make 2 of these sales a month and you can make $50,000. And so this person was like, yeah, let's do that. And so this person that was in my mastermind, she made this incredible sounding offer to this poor business owner on the other line, you know, who she was talking to. And she was telling her these success stories that were made up. She was just like giving stats that were made up and basically preying on this person's hopes and their fears and following this formula, and then talking about how it saved her business when she understood these secrets. And what I knew is that this person really didn't have very many other sales coming in. Very little. In fact, this person who paid her $25,000 for this new offer basically saved her business for the next couple months. And I was just so shocked and dumbfounded, because in my book, this was so totally unethical to sell something that high priced that had never been tested and then lie about the outcome and the results. And guess what? I'm seeing the same thing now happening all across the online marketing industry, the online industry. I shouldn't just say marketing. I'm seeing people roll out their pivot offers left, right, and center, talking about, hey, sign up for this and I'll give you the pivot plan that's going to get you hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars in sales in no time. So I wanted to come on today, kind of get on my soapbox and share share my experience because I guarantee you many of these pivot offers are the same thing. They're people who are selling a good story and they're preying on your hopes and fears and your dreams and, what's keeping you up at night. But they're only selling to save themselves, not to help you. And if you've been tempted to come up with a killer offer and fudge the results or lie about how long you've been doing it, I want you to keep something else in mind because it is tempting. It is tempting, especially when you have a mentor like my original mentor who was saying, oh, just fake it till you make it. Just, get out there and you'll figure it out, right? So here's what I want you to keep in mind. You might fool a few people into buying your offer, but eventually your lies will catch up with you and you'll get a reputation for selling a crap offer that doesn't work. And then your business is dead in the water because once your reputation is ruined, it's very difficult to come back from that. I know because the person who I witnessed sell this $25,000 fake offer, she's no longer in business. And that coach who was coaching all of us to sell that way, she's been sued so many times. She's had to change her business name at least twice since 2016, maybe more. I don't really follow her anymore. Bottom line, beware. Beware offers that prey on your fears, and please don't use that tactic on your audience. It's not worth the long-term risk to your business. Profit without worry only happens when you deliver what you say you'll deliver. And you need happy clients and a good business reputation to have profit without worry. Otherwise, you'll always be chasing the latest fad and the latest angle to try to stay one step ahead of your business reputation. All right, we talked about some pretty heavy stuff today, and I'd love to hear from you. What does profit without worry mean to you? What bad behaviors and actions have you seen people taking that really diminishes or flat out harms their business? Have you fallen for any of these like I have? Hit me up on social media or email me, michelle@michellelevans.com. And as you were listening to this, did you think of someone who could use these insights about creating profit without worry in their business? If you can think of someone who could use this, would you do both of us a big favor and share this episode with them? It's really easy to do from whatever podcasting app you're listening on, or just share the URL for today's show, which is profitwithoutworry.com/episode-129, and your friend can listen there. And don't forget to download your freebie, 5 Steps to Profit Without Worry. You can get that at today's show notes or profitwithoutworry.com/free so that you can see what it takes to create a movement with your marketing. All right, I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place on another great episode of Profit Without Worry. See you then.